What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to Work Knife Balance. We're going to be diving into a knife that I got from one of the recent pass around groups. I am really excited. I'm really digging some of the things I've got from this company. So let's head to the top down and see what we got. All right. So before we get too far, I want to go ahead and say thank you to anybody who's already liked and subscribed to the channel. If you haven't, feel free to hit that subscribe button down below. You can also follow us at Work Knife Balance 939 on Instagram. That's the best way to communicate with us. Let us know what you want to see, what you don't want to see, and all that cool jazz. Without further ado, we'll go ahead and get into the knife because that's what you came here to see. We're going to be taking a look at a Rosecraft blade today. So this is going to be a slip joint from Rosecraft. And I will say this is about the third slip joint in the last month or so that I've gotten in from Rosecraft. And I really like the slip joints I've been getting in from Rosecraft. This is the Beaver Creek Barlow from Rosecraft. And I absolutely love this knife. It looks... First off, let's just take a second and get that camera to focus. And then let's look at this. So this is going to be I believe it's called smoke gray, if I remember correct. Yeah, smoky gray finish to a bone handle on this, and it is absolutely beautiful. And the nice thing about the bone is when they finish the bone, every single one is going to be a little bit different, just because there's going to be different fibers in the bone. There's going to be different kind of cuts to it and everything, so it's not always going to look exactly the same, and I appreciate that. I think it adds a little bit of uniqueness. It adds a little bit of character to each individual knife. But other than that, this Rosecraft Beaver Creek Barlow is absolutely fantastic slip joint. We'll go ahead and do some measurements. We'll do a tip to tail measurements. We'll do a couple side by sides. I didn't pull out any other slip joints before I did this. So we're just going to have some folding knives, some locking folding knives as side by side. And then, actually I do have one over here we can use. And then I'll give you my impressions on the knife. I really like it. That's kind of where it's at aesthetically and use-wise. Tip to tail, we're looking about 6 1/4 inch for the blade length. We're looking about 2.75 with a cutting edge just under 2.5. So this is a small knife. It is a more traditional, small, kind of Barlow styled knife right there. We'll go ahead and pull the one slip joint I have out. This is going to be the QSP Hedgehog right up top there. It's the QSP Hedgehog slip joint right there. This is the TPK exclusive Hedgehog, I believe, yes. Someone will correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm like 99% sure this is the TPK exclusive Hedgehog. And then you've got this Rosecraft down below. So we'll go ahead and do some side-by-side comparisons. On the bottom, we have the Nafslander 2, which is a mid-range compact, and you can tell it's making that Rosecraft look pretty small. Then we'll go ahead and pull out the Kaiser Veritas. Put that down below as well. Kind of makes that Rosecraft also look small, makes this look big. We're going to get a Civivi Elementum button lock. Put that one down below. And then we'll get the CJRB Warney Pyrite, and we'll probably call it good there with some side-by-side comparisons. There's a good, decent bit of comparisons for knives that you've either had in your collection or do have currently, and then you can see what's going on. So the walk and talk and the pull on this is a lot lighter than most. So I will say something like this right here, it's going to be a little bit heavier pull. It's going to have a super snappy walk and talk. Absolutely love it. This is coming in at about $45, I believe. 55. These are coming in about $55. There are codes that you can use to make the price go down on them, but they start out about $55. The pole is going to be a little lighter, but you still have that absolutely fantastic walk and talk on this knife. You have the half stop up top and then all the way through. It feels really good in hand. It doesn't come with a slip or anything, but these do fit into the Lancelot Leather clip slips. So these do fit in the Lancelot Leather standard clip slips. And I believe Joe from Lancelot Leather actually just dropped a couple of clip slips today or yesterday. So you can get one of these for 55 bucks and then head over to EDC Roundtable and pick up a Lancelot Leather clip slip. If you do that, you can use code WKB10 for your clip slip to throw this in right there. But yeah, these are absolutely fantastic. I really love the finish on this. They do have a Rosecraft Beaver Creek with a lighter finish, so it's going to be a lighter wood finish versus the bone smoky gray finish. The blade on this is just going to be a D2 blade, so you can see the backside, if we can get it to focus there. The backside, we got the D2 steel blade on this right here. And then you have a nice little kind of swedge right at the angle bend for the Barlow style knife right there. So it's absolutely fantastic. Really love the Rose Creek. Obviously, with this not being a locking knife, you never want to put any sort of back pressure with your thumb on it. But it is really good. You have a really good grip right here. And you can pinch grip into this. And something like this, you'd actually be able to cut into pretty easily. I didn't use this one for, like, usually what I use my slip joints for, as silly as it sounds, is like cutting apples, or I keep them in like a lunch pail and I use them to like cut up fruit and veggies and stuff like that when I have them. I didn't use this for that because it's not my knife. It is going to be passed around, and it's going to head back to Lefty EDC at the end. So I didn't get a chance to do that because I didn't want to mess with it or ruin it or anything like that. But it does feel like it's going to be a really good knife, and I will say that with the price of this knife, I am not going to be surprised if I see this Rosecraft plus a couple other Rosecrafts join my slip joint collection by the end of the year, just because they're so attainable. Like, they're ridiculously priced for the quality that you're getting with this. And I know there's probably a misconception of like, well, they're super cheap because it's D2. D2 is actually a fantastic steel. It's a really good steel that has been ruined by some of the more premium steels and some of the finishes and qualities that would come through. But this is a really good D2 finish steel on the slip joint, and it's coming in at $50, so less than $100, half of what $100 is, and you've got a really nice slip joint that you can carry and pass down in generations, and you can get yourself a sweet clip slip to go with it, so you can keep it protected out of the elements and make sure that it lasts even longer. Yeah, I don't know much else to say. This is the Rosecraft Beaver Creek Barlow, and until next time, TTFN.